What's going on, everybody? My name is CarlettaElston, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some ways that you can get out of the matrix, break free, okay? Now, many of you probably already are aware of what the matrix is, but I'm sure some of you may not know what the matrix is. So first off, what is the matrix? Well, if you haven't watched the movie, I definitely suggest that you definitely check it out. But the Matrix is basically the realization that this realm that we live in is an illusion. And it is a realm that programs us, pretty much strips us away from our genuine connections with others, strips us away from our human basic instincts, takes away our freedom, and basically puts us in a mind frame where we are on autopilot, where we are pretty much robots. We eat, work, sleep, and live in a routine, that takes us away from our natural state of being, and our authentic self and true freedom. So, this matrix basically, conditions us by the TV, by the news, by the media, by the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the music that is the most popular that's out there, the chemtrails in the sky. All of this basically keeps us conditioned into being programmed under this matrix. And the goal of breaking out of the matrix is to, return to your natural state of being, becoming the more authentic version that we were created to be. So, how do we break out of the matrix? Well, in order to change, you have to be willing to do something different. You have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone or do something that, you're not accustomed to doing. And excuse the background, I got my cat in here. He running crazy. And then I got my neighbor upstairs and he doing laps on the floor. So if you hear a lot of noise in the background, I'm just letting you know that's what you're hearing. So just try your best to tune it out. Okay. So you have to be willing to do something that you've never done or do something that you're not accustomed to doing. And in order to, break old patterns, you have to normalize something new. So the number one way to break out of the matrix is to do something different. Break a pattern or routine. The way you stay trapped or stuck in the matrix is by doing what you have always done. Pick something that you want to switch up. Okay? Maybe you're used to doing your hair one specific way, or, if you're a guy, you get your hair cut, one specific way. Maybe you always get a fade. Maybe you decide to grow your hair out a little bit. If you're a woman and you always do updos, maybe you decide to, wear your hair down. If you're someone that wakes up late, you usually sleep in until about 12 o'clock noon in the afternoon. Maybe you decide to wake up a little bit earlier. Take some time to, set your alarm clock and get up this time at about 10 or something like that. Maybe you always drive the same route to work, or you just drive the same way in your neighborhood all the time. Change your route up. If you usually take the street route, take the highway. Maybe you always eat at the same restaurants and you decide to incorporate a new place that you want to go to, or you want to try out a new spot that has your interest. Or maybe you just, decide to switch up your diet a little bit and you want to incorporate more fruits and vegetables or, healthier eating. Maybe you want to redecorate your house. Maybe you have, plain, basic things going on in your house. Everything is pretty much, clean and, not colorful. Maybe you add some color up in there, maybe you decide to quit your job. I'm not suggesting that if you don't have any backup, income coming in, or you don't have enough to sustain you. You definitely want to have a plan B. But, if you are going to some place that you are miserable every day, that's definitely a way to break out the matrix. Quit your job and follow your passion. If you watch a lot of a lot of serious TV shows, a lot of Law and Order or NCIS. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. But a lot of serious stuff can really suck you or suck the life out of you, suck the joy out of life, the fun out of life. Start watching more cartoons or less serious shows and incorporate more comedy in your life. And you can also incorporate, meditation or yoga, for instance, as well. So these are just some suggestions or some ways to do different things. Whatever your choice is, just make sure that it fits you and it's something that you are interested in that can keep your interest. Now, the second way to break out of the matrix is to get creative. Okay, get in tune with your creativity. And this pretty much piggybacks off the first way to break out of the matrix. But, paint a picture. If you don't know how to paint, you can finger paint. Anybody can paint if they want to. All it takes is just a paintbrush and your fingers and just going on in. Don't think twice. You ain't got to put a lot of thought into it. Just do what it is that you feel and just pay attention to the way that your hand is moving and just being in the moment. Write a story. A lot of times when I was younger and I was back in, I'll say middle school, I was full of so many different ideas and so many different stories in my mind. And I feel like that's a great way to detach from reality when you are just in your head and you're just creating your own fantasy, your own imagination and putting it together in the way that you see fit. Cook a new recipe. If you're used to, cooking the same thing day in and day out throughout the week, and you want to incorporate some new foods into your life, check out Google and look up some new recipes that you want to try out. For this year, me particularly, one of my quote unquote resolutions is to, learn a new recipe at least once a week. Okay, and really master what it is that I've learned. Another thing that you can do is create a dance. You may not be the best dancer in the world. It doesn't really matter. All you got to do is just move your body. Put your own rhythm to a beat, or put your own style and flavor to a beat and your own moves to a beat. That's a fun way to detach yourself from the matrix as well. And the goal, most importantly, is to believe in magic again, and to get into a childlike state of being, believing in the impossible, because the matrix pretty much puts false beliefs into our minds that detach us from believing that, magic is real, believing that good things can happen for us and that the universe is working in our favor. And getting in tune with your creativity basically attaches you to that belief again. It opens up your mind to imagination and good, beautiful things coming into your life and into your reality. So you definitely want to try that as well. That's another way to break out of the matrix. Now, the third way that you can break out of the matrix is discover your passion. Okay? If you decide that, you like doing hair, maybe you're really good at braiding, maybe you're good at flat ironing hair, or you just have an interest in people's hair, or you want to, help people's hair to grow, and you want to produce some type of concoction or, some type of nutrients and stuff that you can try on people and really help them to grow their hair. Maybe you're very interested in technology. Many of us love technology. We use our phones to do just about everything, to communicate, to get on social media, to find, places to go, to eat, to, we base our lives on technology. Maybe that's something that you're strongly passionate about. Fashion design. Maybe you're interested in, new looks. You just like to dress up. You like to go out and show off, your look. You like to reinvent yourself. Nails. Maybe you like to do nails. You find that nails really spark or is your spark. Maybe you like reading. Okay, you just love to go to the bookstore and get more books because knowledge is your passion. Teaching, you like to tell people and give people advice. You like to help others. Singing, you like to sing, speaking, etc., etc., etc. Whatever it is that you find that your heart is calling you to do, follow your passion because your passion is what's going to set you free completely from the matrix. You are like right on track. Once you find your passion, you follow that and you keep going with it. You're conspiring up more beautiful things to work in your favor. And, you're going to wake up with joy in your heart, and you're going to wake up with more excitement and more reasons to be alive and more reasons to, go after what it is that you want. Now, the number 4 way to break out of the matrix is to find a support group or a therapist. Now, this one isn't so fun, but let's be real. When we are spiritually awakened or we're waking up, it's not the easiest place to be because you come to the realization that nothing that we have been taught is true, that we are living in a lie. And, you start to come to realizations about yourself. And, it can be a very painful and, traumatizing or tough experience to go through. So if you want to break out of the matrix and you need some help, definitely reach out for support, reach out for a therapist, to help you through your healing process and to also, give you that extra encouragement and accountability to, step forth and, step out. Okay, do what it is that you want to do. When we have people that support us, of course, it helps us to, be more positive and, really just feel more enthusiastic about life. So definitely, there's support groups online. Even you can reach out on YouTube. There are people that are going through exactly what you're going through and that want the same thing as you do. So definitely online, you can go to like spiritual shops. For me personally speaking, I found a lot of people that I resonated with, that were going through some of the same things that I was going through when I went through my spiritual awakening. And they were at places like spiritual shops. They were at places like spiritual temples. And, what you seek is seeking you. So whatever it is that you need out there, whoever it is that you need out there, definitely will find you if you put it out there in the universe and let it be known. So that's the 4th way. Now, the 5th way that you can break free from the matrix is to develop some type of discipline or spiritual practice. Okay. For instance, maybe you wake up every day and you just get out of bed and go on about your day. You don't really, take time to make your bed. Maybe you decide to start incorporating that into your routine. Really starting to make your bed. That's one thing that I implemented into my routine, and I've stuck with it. I don't leave my house unless my bed is made. I don't go out of town. I don't do nothing unless my bed is made, because it's just something about, going back to your bed and knowing that, it's ready for you to get in, and it just gives you that habit in your mind to be disciplined. Okay, so that's a small way of being disciplined and incorporating, discipline in your life. Another way is waking up and reading. Reading some type of uplifting material. Whatever it is that you are interested in. Maybe it's somebody that is successful, that has successful ways that you can or has tips on becoming successful, or maybe there's some type of meditation material out there that has your interest and you want to learn more about meditation. Whatever it is that's going to expand your mind and give you more knowledge and really uplift you and keep you on a track where you are positive and enthusiastic about the day. Definitely, you want to read some type of material like that. Another practice that you can do is prayer. When you wake up in the morning, just give thanks. A gratitude prayer, thank the universe, thank God, whoever it is that, you pray to or that you believe in, and just get in the habit of practicing some type of prayer, meditation, yoga, and you can also do some type of writing where you write down like maybe 10 things that you're truly grateful for, that you are you're happy about in your life. Or maybe you just write down 10 things that you're proud of yourself about every day. So that's another way that you can break yourself free from the matrix, by developing some type of discipline and some type of spiritual practice. And the sixth way that I have here is affirmations. Okay, now these are words that you listen to on YouTube. I'm sure there's many other platforms that you can go check affirmation music out, or music out, and play them for yourself daily. You can play them throughout the day, or you can play them at night. Preferably I like to play my affirmations at nighttime when I go to sleep, because as you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is still picking up on information and is still going. Okay, your subconscious mind produces, your dreams. That's what, connects us in our dream world. And, a lot of that stuff deals with the subconscious mind. So you want to make sure that, you're feeding your subconscious mind productive information, uplifting information, things that are going to fuel you in the right way. So whether that's you want to program your mind for more abundance. Maybe you want to program your mind for more confidence. Maybe you want to program your mind to accomplish your dreams. Maybe you want to program your mind for being more disciplined. But there's tons of affirmation videos or songs that are out there that can be very helpful for you. If you play them throughout the night, you definitely, when you do it on a consistent basis, will notice a difference. You'll wake up and you'll feel more clear-minded. You'll feel more level-headed. You'll feel more positive, and I've experienced this for myself. So I'm speaking, from a place where I've actually done this. And, definitely just being consistent with it, you will notice that things around you will start changing. And, you will notice that you'll feel more enthusiastic about life and more free from the matrix. And lastly, I just want to say, the point of breaking yourself out of the matrix is not to be perfect, is to become more authentic. So, make sure that you keep that in mind, that you don't put expectations or standards on yourself, to put yourself in some type of pressure or whatever, so that this can be something that's fun, so that this can be something that, you want to continue to do versus you feel compelled to do. Because when we feel compelled to do certain things, that takes away the fun out of it. And, you're right back in the matrix where you started. So, definitely. And I just wanted to say, it's about, like I said, about being free and doing what it is that your soul is calling you to do, doing what it is that suits you. And last but not least, there's a quote, Ralph Emerson. He said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." And by far, I cannot even deny this whatsoever. Like, this is the truth 100%. When you are able to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to program us and condition us to be something else, you have accomplished the biggest and greatest thing of all. So I hope that this information was helpful to somebody today, or that you enjoyed this video. If in fact you did, be sure to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know, or leave some more tips that you find helpful to break free from the matrix. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I'll see you in the next video.